All right, so we have the Semmes-Weinstein monofilament test. It's a light touch threshold test, and it's going to see the minimal amount of force required for you to be able to feel something. And we'll use this test if there's any sort of nerve damage. And so our friend Timmy right here, he got a work injury, and he's got some sensory issues on his right hand. So we're going to first test it on his left hand to see what his baseline is. And so we're going to use these monofilaments. They have a little thin attachment at the end, and this goes from green to blue, purple, red, and green is going to indicate normal touch, red, not so great. So we always start with the smallest filament, and how you're going to administer it is you're going to perform 3 repetitions on a singular site. And as you continue on, if they can't feel this one, then you move on to the next one. But if they can feel at least 1 out of the 3 repetitions, then you count them as having that threshold. And then if they can't feel these 2, and then we move on to these ones, they only need to feel it once instead of it being repeated 3 times. And so we're going to try his baseline. For the sake of this demonstration, we're only going to be checking his thumb, for the baseline. All right, Timmy. Let me know if you can feel it. All right.
Yes.
All right. And so what we did right there is to be able to properly perform it, you're going to want to put it at a 90-degree angle, and you're going to hold it on there for a second and a half. And so since he felt it once out of 3 repetitions, we would say that he has normal sensation in that thumb. And so now we're going to go switch over to his affected side. And what we're going to do is we're going to test his thumb, his index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. And that's going to help us see where the nerve damage is. So these first 3 fingers are innervated by the median nerve. So if he can't feel that, then it's probably a median nerve damage. If he doesn't feel it in these 2 fingers, it's going to be in the ulnar nerve damage. So we're gonna start over here on his thumb. All right, let me know whenever you feel it. All right, did you feel anything at all?
Mm-mm.
All right, we're gonna go up to the next one. Do you feel that one?
No.
All right, and we're gonna go up to the next level.
Yep. I do feel that one.
All righty, so what we would record on this sheet right here.
We would then color in the thumb purple, because that matches the monofilament that was used. And then since the monofilament is size 4.31, we can then look at our reference sheet and we know that it's a letter J, and we'll fill in the letter J on this side of the sheet.
And the letter J represents that he has diminished protective sensation. So that means he might not be able to really feel much pain. All right. And essentially, you do the exact same thing to the rest of the fingers, but for sake of demonstration, we'll say that these 2 fingers also felt the exact same thing as the thumb. And now we're going to be testing these 2 fingers. All right, David, I'm about to administer. Say yes if you can feel it. and we'll go from there.
Yes.
All right. So he has sensation in his ring finger. Now we're going to try his pinky finger.
Yes.
All right. So we'll head back over here.
So doing the same thing, since he felt the green monofilament in his ring finger and his pinky finger, we're gonna color that in green and then reference our guide over here. The size is 2.83 on the monofilament, which matches the letter D. So we'll fill in D for the ring and the pinky finger, which means that he has normal sensation in those two fingers.
And how we're going to interpret this is, so his thumb, his index finger, and his middle finger, they all have diminished sensation, while his ring finger and his pinky finger are perfectly within normal function. And so that would tell us, we would interpret this data as him having a median nerve damage, most likely carpal tunnel syndrome.